Welcome back to Bonaventure Sports Insider. I'm Bridget Dwyer.
And I'm Evan Carocchio, and on today's show, we'll be taking a look at Bonaventure keeper Rory "Cuppy" Fitzpatrick, son of former Buffalo Sabre Rory Fitzpatrick, on his decision to play for St. Bonaventure.
But first, Bonaventure sports reporter Allie Elkins will talk with Dani Haskell, Bonaventure women's basketball player, about her up-and-coming season.
I'm Dani Haskell, a grad student on the St. Bonaventure women's basketball team.
What do you make of the current landscape of women's basketball in America right now and how it's growing?
I mean, last year I feel like it was really on the rise with Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese and all those athletes. It was super fun in March to watch all that happen and just see how big the sport grew. Caitlin Clark was a big reason for that, and so I started watching the WNBA way more too, and the playoffs just happened and the Liberty won and everything, and so I think it's cool to see that it's finally getting the attention it deserves, I feel like, and I'm excited that I can be a part of that growth too.
Yeah, I was just gonna ask you, as somebody who's currently playing Division I college women's basketball, how do you feel like that growth has affected you?
I transferred from Canisius, and there would be barely any, maybe my mom and my dad and my aunts or something at the game. Literally that's the fans that came. And so coming here, I think in this town, it's a big thing here. With Crowley being his second year back too, there is the growth that it's more exciting, it's fun to watch. So I'm excited to see this year. I think we'll be better this year too, to see how many people we can get to continue to come to the games and the fan base and everything.
What can fans expect from women's basketball games this season?
I think we're going to be in a lot of games and win more, and we're a really tough team, and so and we have a lot of talent, so I think fans will enjoy seeing all the new faces and the main returners too. So.
The St. Bonaventure women's basketball team will open their regular season Saturday, November 9th.
And while the basketball season is just kicking off, the soccer season is wrapping things up. BSI reporter Kyle Meyer spoke with their head coach about what's on the line this weekend.
With an Atlantic 10 playoff spot on the line, the St. Bonaventure men's soccer team plays its final game of the regular season Saturday against UMass. Despite a challenging matchup, Oduro's focused on staying true to his team's identity.
I mean, UMass is 22nd in the country in the RPI, so this is a very difficult game by no means. And they're a very unique team. So for us to win on Saturday, I think we have to play the way we're comfortable playing and not get sucked into what they do.
For Oduro, a Bonaventure win comes down to performing under pressure.
I think our job is to just make it another game. I understand the pressure behind the game. There's nothing you control about what needs to happen. And so for us, it's trying to ease tension.
Oduro expects his key players to step up with everything at stake.
Kenzo Brito been doing well. Motal's been doing well. Andreas, Umechi, those guys have to play well. And in these games, I think you need your superstars to step up and make something special.
The men's soccer team plays on Saturday at 4 p.m. in the Mar Athletics Complex.
With hockey finally hitting the ice, Aidan Calkins will talk about all things hockey in the all-new Calkins Corner.
Hello, and welcome to the first ever edition of Calkins Corner. I'm Aidan Calkins, and I spoke with St. Bonaventure goalie Cuppy Fitzpatrick. I also interviewed his father, a former NHL defenseman. But first, here's your Bonaventure scoring update. Bonnies played RIT on a home-at-home this past weekend. The Bonnies won the first game 7-0 on Saturday, with Tyler Kirk recording a shutout and Cody Bauer scoring his first career goal. The Bonnies then rallied for a 5-goal third period to come back and sweep the home-at-home over RIT 8-5. Cuppy Fitzpatrick recorded the win, and Carson Schlager recorded 5 points. Now let's take a closer look at Bonnies goalie Cuppy Fitzpatrick. Rory "Cuppy" Fitzpatrick is a goalie for St. Bonaventure's Division I hockey team. Fitzpatrick had a .966 save percentage in 5 games last year, getting the name Cuppy from his mother by calling him cute as a cupcake, which then evolved into Cuppy. The sophomore goalie gained his itch to play hockey from watching his dad play professionally at a young age.
My dad play when I was younger, and being able to see the game, being at the rink so often, I just fell in love with it very quickly.
Fitzpatrick's dad, also named Rory, played in the NHL and AHL as a defenseman from 1995 to 2010. Fitzpatrick notably played for the Buffalo Sabres and Vancouver Canucks.
Playing professionally in the NHL was a dream come true. Obviously, it's something you want to do as a child and as a kid, and everybody does. And to have that opportunity is special, and I enjoyed every minute of it.
Brother Brady played D1 hockey at St. Bonaventure and was a captain. Cuppy chose St. Bonaventure through seeing the brotherhood of the hockey team and how great the university was as a whole after his brother attended here.
I chose Bonnie's because my brother went here, and I just saw like the hockey boys, like such a family. I can't name one guy who I don't love on the team.
Rory details the process on how Cuppy came to St. Bonaventure.
Cuppy, saw how much Brady enjoyed Bonaventure. Cuppy's a very team-oriented person, so I think the idea of being on a team down there, the camaraderie that St. Bonaventure hockey has, was a huge draw for Cuppy.
Cuppy drew his inspiration to be a goalie from NHL Hall of Fame goalie and teammate of his dad's, Roberto Luongo, after growing up around him and watching him play up close and personal.
When my dad played for Vancouver, Roberto Luongo was like my #1 guy. I remember always talking to him. He was such a beauty, but definitely I was always a goalie.
As Cuppy creates his legacy here at St. Bonaventure, he and the hockey team will play against Buffalo State this Saturday at 3 p.m. The Bonnies play a back-to-back this weekend, starting on the road at 6 p.m. against SUNY Cortland. Then they come home Saturday at 3 p.m. against Buffalo State. That's all from me today on Calkins Corner. Back to you, Bridget and Evan.
Thanks, Aidan. Now let's take a look at our weekend ahead.
Men's basketball's first game will be on Monday against California State University Northridge and the Riley Center at 7 p.m. The women's basketball team will play an exhibition game today at 6 p.m. in the RC.
Men's soccer team will play UMass tomorrow at 4 p.m. at the Mara Athletics Complex, while the swim and dive team will face Army in West Point, New York today at 4:30 p.m. The men's soccer team will play UMass tomorrow at 4 p.m. at the Mara Athletics Complex, while the swim and dive team will face Army in West Point, New York today at 4:30 p.m.
Be sure to follow our Instagram and TikTok account and subscribe to our YouTube channel, Bonaventure Sports Insider. For Aidan Calkins, I'm Bridget O'Dwyer.
And I'm Evan Crocio. We will see you next time on Bonaventure Sports Insider.